Hey everybody, it's Jessica again, coming at you with another video documenting my cancer journey. If it helps you, great. If you know someone that it might help, share, like, subscribe, do all those things. And just, if you can, again, get something from it. So I wanted to do maybe a part two of clearing up my diagnosis. In a previous video, I mentioned that I thought I had triple negative, but I found out I had triple positive. And so, if you were like me, you might be thinking, well, what's the difference? They say triple negative is one of the worst ones to have. What makes it so? Why is having triple positive better? Again, if anything could be good about cancer. So I thought maybe someone's like me and you search the internet and you go down the rabbit hole and you talk to your doctor, but maybe it's still not in layman terms where you can understand what's going on. So basically, triple negative breast cancer does not respond to estrogen, it does not respond to progesterone, and there's not an overgrowth of the HER2 protein that tells the cancer cells to grow. Now, every cell has the HER2 protein, but it has it in just the right amount so that the cell grows to where it's supposed to grow to and then it stops. But cancer cells can have an overgrowth of this HER protein. So triple negative doesn't feed off of estrogen, it doesn't feed off of progesterone, and it does not have this overgrowth of the protein telling it eat more, grow. As far as breast cancer, that's triple negative. Triple positive eats off of estrogen, it eats progesterone, and there is an overgrowth of the HER2 protein telling it, hey, eat more, grow. So basically, having triple negative breast cancer is like fighting in the dark and you don't know who you are fighting or what they have. So if someone's coming at you with a knife, you don't know. If someone is coming at you with a gun, you don't know. If there is a snake on the floor ready to strike, you don't know. So you're literally fighting in the dark without knowing how to fight or what you're fighting, but you know that you're fighting. So that's how it is to fight triple negative breast cancer. Triple positive breast cancer, on the other hand, we say, okay, you like estrogen, you like progesterone, we're just going to block those hormones. We're going to stop the body from producing them and we're going to block them. And we've got this overgrowth of HER2 protein. We're just going to give you something that's going to stop making those cells produce so much HER2 protein. So basically, we're going to kill it. I recently found out that taking my neoadjuvant treatment did not completely eradicate my breast cancer. So basically, what that means is when they biopsied the breast tissue after my mastectomy, there was still some of the cancer remaining. It just kind of looked like a Swiss cheese. So the tumor was smaller. It was very holy where it was responding to the treatment, but it did not go away completely. So I liken that to if you're trying to lose weight and you take a diet pill, you won't lose as much weight if you still eat McDonald's 3 times a day as you would if you take a diet pill and you start eating salads and lean protein. So, giving my cancer the chemo, which was the TCHP, helped, but it was still able to take in some estrogen and some progesterone, which means that now I have to do the adjuvant chemotherapy, which is where they give me chemo after I've had surgery. So I've had a mastectomy, and you can kind of see a little bruising here where the breast tissue is gone, and I think I can show that because you're not really seeing anything more than you would if I had on the low cutting top. So now I have to have 14 more rounds of Kadcyla or TDM1. And so basically, that means every 3 weeks, starting next week, for the next 14 weeks, I have to do chemo. Now, my doctor calls it baby chemo or diet chemo, so it's not nearly as toxic or hard on your body as the TCHP regime. But I kind of have to stop myself from having a pity party because it's like I was naive to think, okay, I'm just going to get these six treatments. I'm going to have this mastectomy and reconstructive surgery, and boom, I'm going to get on with my life. My hair is going to grow. I'm going to be able to eat anything I want. I'm going to be able to take trips. I'm going to be able to plan things. And it's kind of disheartening when you find out that's not the case. You try not to have a pity party and say, poor me and why me. You try not to do all that because I know that there are people out there going through it way worse than I am. And I know that comparison is the killer of joy. But at the same time, it kind of sucks that I was ready to get on with my life, and now I still have to kind of tailor my life around treatment. So, questions. That brings me to my questions for you. Did you have to do more chemo when you thought you didn't have to? Did you refuse the chemo? Did you accept the chemo? The chemo that I'm doing is just in case chemo. And I think I mentioned before that my doctor said that this is just in case any bees left the hive. Now, when they did the biopsy, there was no cancer in my lymph nodes. So my MRI, the ultrasound that they had done previously, and now the biopsy shows no cancer in the lymph nodes. So that's a great thing. But this is still just in case cancer. So for a minute, I had to decide, do I want to do just in case cancer treatment? I'm sorry, chemo, just in case chemo. Do I want to do just in case chemo? Have I had enough? Do I want to take my chances that in 5 years this will or will not come back? I have to take the hormone blockers for the next 5 to 10 years. So I'm confident that hopefully triple positive breast cancer won't come back. But if I don't take the adjuvant chemo, do I open myself up to the risk that another cancer develops? So many questions. So, did your cancer regime go as planned? Or your friend's cancer regime, your family member's cancer regime? And how did they take that? What did they do? Let me know in the comments.